they will be in, Lord, that you would not only give them the wisdom to teach the subjects in a way that our kids can receive it and learn it, but I'm also praying for prophetic insight, Lord, that these teachers and educators would see beyond the outside of these kids and their names and where they come from, but that they would see your prophetic purpose on every one of these young people. Lord, I pray that you would give them insight and you would give them the ability to not just teach their minds, but reach their hearts. Lord, mold these young people, shape them for your glory. But Father, I'm also praying for every teacher, every administrator, every counselor, every individual who works for the school system, Lord. I'm praying for patience. I'm praying, Lord, for love. I'm praying, Lord, that you would ignite a passion and a love for what they do that is so beyond just collecting a check. Lord, we know that our educators are undervalued and underpaid, but I'm praying that you would, Lord, do something special in their life this year. Lord, that you would bless them beyond measure for the sacrifices and for the investment that they have made and are making in this next generation. Father, I'm praying for sick thinker. But I had no idea that our own government kicked him out. But guess where he went to live? He went to live in Ghana. He was an educator and a mentor to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So the ability for us to tour his home and see the mausoleum where he's buried, and all of that, showing the individual's heads with the chains and stuff around them. Anybody seen that? Guess where all of that came from? Came from Ghana. We actually met the artist who created all of that. All of that work was commissioned from Ghana. And so there is a lot of our history that we don't know that's been intentionally kept from us. That is there. But there's also a unique movement of Black empowerment, Black entrepreneurship that is inspiring, particularly for the day that's intentionally pushing to continue to marginalize people of color. Going to Ghana was one of the most liberating experiences and most eye-opening experiences I ever had. Not to mention the fact that I found out that my ancestors were from Ghana in the Ashanti Kingdom.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. How are you doing this morning? As you can tell, I'm up listening to church. Had a kind of late start this morning. Yeah, I had some new products. Well, testing out a new foundation, a new primer, color corrector. So yeah, I want to show you guys and kind of go from there. If you're interested, keep on watching. Yeah, ladies, just stopping in, trying to see what's going on with everyone on this beautiful Sunday morning. Are you up? Are you going to church? Are you listening to church like I have been? So yeah, first off, outfit of the day, if I can actually show it to you. I'm gonna flip. I don't know if I can flip the camera like that, but just outfit of the day, just some jeans, bodysuit, cream color, blazer. Yeah, this is it. Look of the day. Yeah, outfit of the day, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the products that I picked up from Sephora yesterday, Saturday, and and a setting spray. So yeah. Foundation that I'm testing out and trying is, they gave me a sample of it, which is a Armani foundation. I tried two, and I hate that the young lady didn't put the name of them on here, but I picked them out myself. So one was, I can't even lie about it. I'm gonna have to look it up on the app and see if I can find it. But I just have two that was close to my complexion. I just wanted to try it out, see, because I just feel like I need a new foundation. So, but it's Armani foundation. But I figure out what color it is and kind of put it below. But 3 things that I actually bought that I wanted to try. I picked up a color corrector, which is the Sephora Best Skin Ever color corrector. This is the one that looks like a red color. But like I said, I'll link everything below. I bought the Milk Primer. I keep hearing so much good things about this particular primer, which I really, really like it thus far. The way that it goes onto your skin, it's not tacky at all, but it's kind of smooth or whatever. So far, so good. So we're gonna see how this works. That's the reason why I just bought the smaller one, because I hate buying something that I don't like and that I have to end up taking it back. So this is just something that I can work with for now. See if it's something that I really, really like. Okay. And then this is the One Side setting spray. I like this. It's a little different from the other ones because, you know, I think in my previous video I talked about the Morphe. I like this one because I even like the way when I put my lipstick on, it was like, it just went on so smooth. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it just went on so smooth, and I really like that. So far so good on this. We'll see. This is what it looks like. My skin, I like it. It's pretty to me, so we're gonna see how it upholds for today. It's only been on for probably about maybe 45 minutes, not even quite an hour yet. But yeah, but like I said, you guys, I just been up, listening to church. I was actually again trying to make it to church, but when the time get to moving, and then when you're trying to set up and record a video, it's just like the time just be flying. But this is a lipstick that I love and I switch up from time to time, and I didn't talk about it in my previous video. This is also matte lipstick, and this, I've had this for a while. I like this because it makes your teeth look white and I just like that because some lipsticks or glosses don't show the true color of your teeth, and I like that with this one. But anyway, if I had this for a while, you can see this is it. It's down to the wire. But this is the Diva lip color. I love this too. So I've had it for a while. Completely forgot to talk about it in my previous video, but yeah. So, and these are my new frames, ladies. I think I talked about that before. These are some Tory Burch. I've had these probably maybe a month right now. So something completely different from what I normally would wear. So I have to kind of get used to them. I like them, you know, but they're just so different with the wide frame or whatnot. But like I said, it just reminds me of something like back in the day that my mom would wear or whatnot. But yeah, so how's everybody doing on this Sunday morning? What you got going on? Are you getting ready for the work week to start all over again? That's another thing that we can talk about. But today I just really want to dive into talking about starting over the age of 50, if you are someone that's divorced, you know, all of those things. I want to talk about that because I have started my life over, and it's been a while since I actually did this, and I just really want to talk about it. You know, just give some, you know, a little insight on it, some tips on it, engage to someone at one point in time, but I realized that wasn't really what I wanted to do. My apologies, ladies, my grandson is running around. I had to see what he was in there doing. But anyway, but yeah, just starting over after the age of 50, you find yourself divorced. What do you do? You know, what do you do? How do you maneuver? Who do you lean on? Who do you trust? Do you have family that you can lean on? Do you have friends that you can lean on? You know, just someone that you can talk to, confide in, you know, all of the things, you know, because when it happened to me many years ago, you know, my kids were very young. My kids are grown people now. And when it happened, I was just like, I was devastated. I really was. I was devastated, but I was determined to continue on with my life and not let it hinder me. Again, my apologies. Everybody in the house is asleep. It's just him and I that's up. But anyway, getting back to what I was stating, I was devastated, but I was so determined to continue on with my life, making sure that my children were happy, stable, and that we were all happy, even though this happened in our life and it turned our family upside down. But for me, when it happened, I was so, like I stated, I was so devastated, but I also knew that I didn't want to be there any longer. If someone wasn't going to be faithful to me, I wasn't going to be there. And I battled with the feeling of being a failure, of my kids being unhappy. I remember talking to my mom about it and just crying about it. And my mother was like, if you're not happy, those kids will see that you're not happy. So you have to make the best decision for yourself and your children. But I tell you, that was the biggest thing for me, just uprooting them and just feeling like they were going to be suffering. And that was just the wrong way of thinking about it. But just starting over can be very known, and you just don't know what could possibly happen. But you have to do things that's going to make you happy and stable, because you don't want to be in something or relationship that is just not right. If that person is not treating you the way that they should be treating you, you don't have to stay in that. You don't have to stay in that. So, but what's important is you have to be able to have people in your life that's going to continue to be there for you when you need to talk to them, when you need that shoulder to cry on. And at that time, I really did. I had people in my life that really was there for me. And believe it or not, my kid's father, my ex, he was always a wonderful father. He just wasn't ready for us, He was a wonderful father, took care of the kids excellent, and still to this day, he does, and can't take that away from him. But like I stated, it just wasn't meant for us at that time, So, but I just wanted to talk about that because I know it can be very hard for women starting over after a divorce. But my tip, my suggestion on that is making sure that you do have people in your corner that you can rely on and that you can depend on. Because if you have small children, you're still going to need to be able to maneuver, making sure that your kids are okay, that you have, if you need a babysitter, they are there for you, And that was one thing that I really didn't have to worry about because he was always in my children's life. I didn't have to worry about that. They had grandparents that was there, all of that. Because mind you now, I was here and my people were in Michigan. So I was basically here. I had family here, but I wasn't really close to my people that was here. I was mostly close to the people in Michigan. But again, that's the most important thing, is having someone in your corner that you can lean on, because that is a very difficult time when someone is actually going through a divorce. It really is. It's difficult. It's difficult, and you want to continue to have a stable life. You want to be, able to still do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Mentally, physically, all of that. You want to be able to continue with being healthy and have a sane mind, So, yeah. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I know starting over can be very scary, but you can do it. You can do it. You just have to have faith in yourself. You have to have a great support system. You got to have good friends. You know, if you rely heavily on God with prayer, you know, do all the things to get you through it. Absolutely. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love ya.